There are many fugitives, each with a price on their head, are still roaming freely through Europe. A list of 46 criminals compiled by Europol, the European Union's borderless law enforcement agency, shows the faces of men and women wanted for horrific crimes across the continent. Among the murderers, human traffickers, drug lords, and pimps are standout cases of shocking criminality. So in this video, we are going to show you European criminals that shock the industry. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Ruja Ignatova. The Bulgarian cryptarina Ruja Ignatova is not only on the Europol list, but is also one of the 10 most wanted by the FBI, offering a reward of up to $100,000 for information leading to his arrest. Ignatova, 42, is accused of using the on-coin cryptocurrency as a multi-tiered pyramid marketing scam to target investors around the world between 2014 and 2018. Investigators believe Ignatova received a tip in 2017 after a U.S. District Court in New York issued a warrant for her arrest, prompting the alleged fraudster to travel to Greece and disappear. Ignatova, who was appointed Crypto Queen lawyer, co-founded OnCoin in 2014 as a Bitcoin killer, attracting investors to buy packages of its cryptocurrency. The researchers said a key part of their business model was to galvanize investors, to sell additional OnCoin packs to friends and family, which was essentially a pyramid scheme to pay those at the top. Ignatova targeted people who may not have fully understood the ins and outs of cryptocurrency, but were drawn to Ignatova's impressive resume and the marketing strategies used by OneCoin, the FBI said in its statement. Ignatova, born in Bulgaria, is only the 11th woman to be placed on the FBI's most wanted list in its 72-year history from. He is also wanted in Germany through a red alert from Interpol, which warns that she has surgically altered her appearance to avoid capture. Investigators said she lived in luxury residences before traveling to Sofia, Bulgaria after an arrest warrant was issued on October 12, 2017. Later, it was reported that he was traveling from Sofia to Athens on October 25 and has not appeared since. Authorities believe she may have traveled on a fake German passport to the United Arab Emirates, Bulgaria, Russia, Germany, Greece, or Eastern Europe. At the height of OneCoin's popularity, Ignatova took the stage at the UK's Wembley Arena, where she celebrated her success and proclaimed that her cryptocurrency would surpass Bitcoin. Chichev Andr Kos and his OCG is suspected of running marijuana plantations on properties in the suburban area of Kecskemét and Kessel, Hungary. The farms were constructed for cultivation of cannabis sativa plants and for the drug production. Within their drug trafficking activity, they sold the narcotics to further other drug traffickers. Regarding the information established during the investigation, Andr Kos was involved in the cultivation and the construction activity of the plantation area by taking part in particular activities. In this case, the Hungarian police officers broke up a criminal organization involved in drug production and trafficking in a coordinated operation in April 2021. The operation resulted in the seizure of nearly 100 kilograms of suspected drugs with a total market value of EUR 690,000. The investigation led to the identification of a newly built and equipped two-story warehouse, where the criminal organization was operating with professionally equipped facilities for the cultivation and processing of thousands of marijuana plants. The indoor plant production was equipped with remote-controlled irrigation, lighting, and ventilation systems. To mask the high electricity consumption required for production, high-value industrial generators were installed. The facility was capable of producing hundreds of kilos of drugs several times a year. The plant itself cost around €831,000 to set up, but the construction of a new hall on the site, protected by a high fence and modern cameras, was already in progress. Several people were arrested during the investigation, but several members of the criminal organization are still on the run. Chichev Kajumaret. In January 2020, Kajumaret Chichev was sentenced by Dresden Regional Court to a prison term of 3 years and 6 months for attempted aggravated extortion with the use of force or threat of force. The trial was based on an extensive investigation conducted by the Dresden Public Prosecutor's Office for the formation of a criminal organization and the related commission of offenses, in particular extortion. The period of crime was between spring 2015 and autumn 2016. In August 2018, Kajumaret Chichev fled from Germany during the trial pending at the time and was sentenced in absentia by Dresden Regional Court. According to the information available, he is possibly staying with his second wife living in Chechnya. There is also information indicating stays in Sweden, the United Arab Emirates, and Belarus. At the time, the wanted person was in possession of a Russian passport in the name of Kajumaret Chichev and a refugee's passport issued by the Swedish authorities in the name of Kajumaret Tjv. He possibly also uses the alias Kajumaret Faber. Before we move on, support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Now let's get back to our topic. Eva Zemeknikov. Eva Zemeknikov was wanted in Slovakia after being sentenced in absentia to 8 years in prison for hiring a hitman to kill her ex-husband. In January 2014, Czech florist paid her boyfriend Martin Adamkovic 50,000 euros to kill her husband, a soldier to whom she had been married for only 2 months, allegedly with the intention of reporting him missing after 2 years and obtaining his property. Reportedly acquired a gun to carry out the murder, but that didn't work, so she changed her plan and told Adamkovic that she would have to strangle her husband with a rope. Instead, however, Adamkovic turned her over to the police and helped them set up the murder to get enough evidence. Adamkovic later became a prosecution witness at his trial and claimed that Zemeknikov was partially motivated by the fact that she no longer wanted to feed her husband. Zemeknikov pleaded not guilty, stating that Adamkovic wanted revenge on her for refusing to lend him money. She insisted that no evidence corroborated the information about the planned assassination and the payment in question. The businesswoman was detained for several months but was released in August 2014 to give birth to her son. She was found guilty by the Special Criminal Court in January 2020, but since then he has been on the run and is now one of the most wanted criminals in the EU. Chichev Nikolai Nikolaiev, KURQCHDV, 54 years old, is wanted for being one of the key members of an international organization dedicated to the trafficking of large amounts of illegal drugs in containers from South America to Europe. The organization was specialized in importing cocaine hidden inside legal merchandise in containers shipped from Colombia, under the appearance of legal trade. Upon arrival in Europe, the legal merchandise was sent to laboratories where the drug would be extracted. The organization used to send its own chemists to ensure that the maximum possible amount of substance is recovered. Inside Europe, they moved the cocaine in vehicles with hidden compartments. 3 shipments from South America to Bulgaria were registered, involving a total of 740 kilos of cocaine. The investigation revealed that this individual was the organization's leader in Bulgaria, where he received the cocaine and organized everything to send it later to other European countries, where it was extracted and distributed. In addition, he oversaw its distribution throughout Europe. He is considered dangerous and possibly armed. Ahab ElRao. German police believe ElRao, who is said to have family ties to Egypt, was the culprit behind a drug gang-related shooting in Hamburg in April 2020. In a wooded area of Fischbecker Heide, Hamburg, Neugraben Fischbeck, at approximately 15:30 hours on 3/4/2020, several persons exchanged gunshots. One person was severely injured. According to the investigations conducted so far, the wanted person was involved in the incident. The reasons for the shooting are disputes between organized drug traffickers. After the shooting, ElRao fled to Barcelona in Spain, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Cops say he may have moved on to another country and are offering a 5,000 euro reward. Granella Ronaldo. Ronaldo Granella, born in 1949, has practically disappeared since 2002. One a mafia-style criminal association and to be a killer of the organization. He is wanted for murder, illegal possession and carrying of weapons, extortion, and more. He was originally linked to the New Family, historians rivals of the new organized Camorra and CO. A face like many others, yet his name appears in the judicial chronicles of 2 of the crimes that most shocked Naples. The murder of Giacomo Frattini, called Bambulela, a soldier of the NKO, tortured, killed, and torn to pieces in January 1982. The victim was found wrapped in a sheet in the trunk of a car, while his head, hands, and heart were found cut and closed in 2 plastic bags inside the car. But Cinquegrella is also considered responsible somehow for the massacre of the head of the Polizia di Stato investigative unit of Napoli, Antonio Amaturo, and his driver, Pasquale Paola, signed in July 1982 by the Red Brigade's politic terroristic organization. The episode confirmed the existence of a wicked pact between the Red Brigade and the area leaders of the Camorra in the center of Naples. He is on the run since 2002. International research has been carried out since December 2018, so far without results. He is one of the national most wanted, sentenced to life. So that's it. Please like, share, and comment your thoughts below if you like this video. Remember to subscribe to see our next video. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.